Alright, how to read the daily weather. So this is a part 2. Check out the other video with Peace and Love where we went in depth about a lot of Telluric astrology with Perplexity already. So how to read this daily chart. We look at the sun position, the current solar sign and degree, and define the seasonal theme here. The sun's progress through the zodiac traces Earth's annual orbital journey. We look at the moon position and phase. Notice the moon sign colors the emotional tone of the day, while the phase, new, waxing, full, waning, indicates whether energy is building, peaking, or releasing. The moon moves 13 degrees per day, faster than any other body. Moon declination. In OOB, moon signals a day when emotions may run outside conventional perimeters. And check whether the moon's declination exceeds adding, subtracting 23 degrees 27. Retrograde status. When Mercury, Venus, Mars, or outer planets are retrograde, their energy is traditionally interpreted as inward turning, review-oriented, and delay-prone. The heliocentric perspective reminds us that retrograde is a geocentric illusion. From the sun, all planets always move forward. And season. So the current season determined by Earth's orbital position relative to its axial tilt provides the macro context for daily interpretation. So the daily protocol here is to perform a daily Earth astrology reading. And what we're going to do is note the sun sign and degree. This is the seasonal backdrop here. Note the moon sign, phase, and declination. Okay, this is the daily emotional weather. Check for retrograde planets. These indicate areas of review and reassessment. Check for OOB planets. These indicate unconventional or unpredictable energies. Note the current heliocentric Earth position in any Gaia field context. Consider the proximity to the nearest portal, equinox, or solstice, and synthesize all factors into a daily symbolic reading. Alright, on to Earth's heliocentric sign, the collective contribution. So on August 6th, 2026, what this video is all about, and the previous one, Earth's heliocentric position is 14 degrees Aquarius, 311, placing it in the sign of Aquarius. So, because Earth's heliocentric position is always 180 degrees from the geocentric sun, the geocentric sun is in the opposite sign, Leo. In heliocentric astrology, Earth's sign describes the mode of collective participation, how an individual solar identity touches ground in the shared world. Where the sun sign asks, "Who are you?" the Earth sign answers, "What do you bring to the collective?" Earth in Aquarius paired with Sun and Leo is innovation, collective vision, humanitarian progress. The contribution is reform and invention. This pairing is not a natal placement. It is Earth's current heliocentric position, which shifts gradually as Earth orbits the Sun. The Earth sign changes approximately every 30 days, creating a slow-moving backdrop to daily life that complements the faster-moving geocentric sun and moon positions. We're going to go over these appendixes here, and then we'll be finished up. So, Appendix A is orbital constants. We're looking at the planetary body, sidereal period, mean distance, orbital inclination, and axial tilt. Orbital constants for solar system bodies, sidereal periods from Wikipedia. So for example, we see the sun doesn't have a sidereal period. It's at the center, 0, and the mean distance. Orbital inclination, there isn't one, and axial tilt is 7.25 degrees. You guys can continue to take a look at this if you'd like. Because we do see Mercury, 87.97 days sidereal period. At orbital inclination is 7.00 degrees exact. The axial tilt is 0.03 degrees. So it is fascinating how these planets, their periods are very slow. We notice, like, very, very slow. So Venus is at 224.70 days sidereal period. And these are the mean distances, by the way. I won't really look at these, but I'm more concerned about the sidereal period, the orbital inclination. So we notice that Venus has 3.39 degrees orbital inclination. The axial tilt is 177.36 degrees. Earth's sidereal period, 365.26 days. the orbital inclination being 0.00, and axial tilt is 23.44 degrees, Mars 686.98 days, with orbital inclination 1.85 degrees, axial tilt 25.19 degrees, Jupiter 11.86 years. And we notice that the orbital inclination is 1.30 degrees, with the axial tilt being 3.13 degrees. Now the rest, it seems, were days: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and we notice we start getting into years with Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. So Saturn's at 29.46 years, orbital inclination 2.49 degrees, axial tilt 26.73 degrees. Uranus at 84.01 years, with 0.77 degrees orbital inclination and 97.77 degrees axial tilt. Neptune at 164.79 years, 1.77 degrees orbital inclination, 28.32 degrees axial tilt. And Pluto, 247.94 years, 17.16 degrees orbital inclination, 122.53 degrees axial tilt. Here's the current ephemeris table, specifically for the date, which honestly I've already talked about in the other video, and aspect matrix. This is pretty cool because we get to see, like, Sun isn't making an aspect to itself, but it is making a square to the Moon. Mercury's no aspects. Venus, there's an aspect. It's a trine. Jupiter's aspecting. Saturn's aspecting. Uranus is not. Neptune is not. And Pluto is not. Also, I meant to say this is a trine. But there's sextiling Mercury. So this is just an aspect, geocentric aspect chart you can look at. And appendix is D, is a glossary of Earth astrology terms. So barycenter is the center of mass in the Earth-Moon system, located 4,671 km from Earth's center. Declination is the angular distance of a celestial body north or south of the celestial equator. Ecliptic is the apparent path of the Sun around the Earth, actually Earth's orbital plane projected. Gaia field contact, a major heliocentric aspect between Earth and another planet. Geocentric measured from Earth's center, the standard frame for natal astrology. Heliocentric measured from the Sun's center, Earth appears as a planet in this frame. Obliquity, Earth's axial tilt, the angle between its rotational axis and orbital perpendicular, 23.44 degrees. Out of bounds, a planet whose declination exceeds the Sun's maximum of adding subtracting 23 degrees 27. Solar system astrocartography map, a heliocentric schematic showing all planets in their orbital positions with Earth marked and aspect lines drawn. Sidereal day, Earth's rotation period relative to the fixed stars. Sidereal year, Earth's orbital period relative to the fixed stars. Tropical year, time between successive vernal equinoxes. And calculation notes. So this is for the ephemeris. All planetary positions were computed using PySwissF 2.10, which uses default Swiss ephemeris data files. Earth heliocentric position, Swiss ephemeris computes Earth-Moon barycenter for heliocentric positions rather than Earth directly. For this dossier, Earth's heliocentric longitude is derived as the opposition point to the geocentric Sun's longitude, so Sun adding 180 degrees, which is geometrically exact for the Sun-Earth line. Aspect orbs, major aspects use the following orbs: the conjunction 8 degrees, opposition 8 degrees, trine 8 degrees, square 6 degrees, sextile 6 degrees, semi-sextile 2 degrees, semi-square 2 degrees, quincunx 3 degrees. Out of bounds threshold. Planet is considered out of bounds when its absolute declination exceeds the current obliquity of the ecliptic. Moon phase calculation. The lunar phase angle is computed as the difference between the moon's and sun's geocentric longitude, so phase angle 0 degrees for new moon, 90 degrees for first quarter, 180 degrees full moon, 270 degrees last quarter. Illumination percentage equals 1 cos phase angle divided by 2. Orbital data sources. Sidewalk periods and orbital inclinations from Wikipedia and NASA JPL planetary fact sheets. Earth axial tilt from the IAU formula. And disclaimer, this dossier uses astrology as a symbolic interpretive framework, not as a scientific or medical claim. All astronomical data is real and computed from ephemeris standards. The original methodologies, GRI, HFI, LBP, SGS, DTI, SSCV, are proprietary frameworks developed for this document and have not yet been scientifically validated. With peace and love, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Pisces out.